Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Well, this week I was working with a brand new shooter, a brand new person to the shooting sports with zero experience when it comes to shooting pistols. So I was able to start out with my standard training methodology, which first includes a safety brief, but then there's a large amount of hands-on training just in safety as well as how to handle a firearm. So the number one go-to tool that I have is this, the CERT Laser Trainer. Now, this is not a pistol. This is not a gun. There are a lot of people that mistakenly think that it is. The only thing that this can possibly do is do this. The only thing it does is a little laser beam. That's all. Now, this is perfect for teaching people how to get a good grip, how not to immediately engage this trigger, instead high tang grip, all this sort of thing. And then also when it comes to simulating magazine feeds, everything like this, CERT works wonderfully. So once we get past that, I go to what you see sitting on top of my safe there, which is a laser light laser target. This is something that has paid for itself time and time again. In ammo savings and in dry fire, that thing is a dream. It is the laser light laser target. I've used this for years. I really, really like it. Well, with this person, what I was seeing happening was, even though we talked about stance and grip and seemingly had all the basics down, what you would see occur is basically a lot of, now I'm doing this very slowly, but you would see a lot of what we would call dashes. And sometimes you would see this, even though it appeared that the individual wasn't really having any issues. And it's like, well, this is curious. So how can I diagnose it? How can I try to fix this? Well, one thing that I did was I came up underneath the person's wrist, just like this, because I wanted to feel the dynamics of what was going on at the wrist. Well, what I discovered was wobble. And with that, then I just went ahead, put my hand on here, since again, this is not a gun, this is a trainer, and let them go ahead and do the trigger press. We got a lot more accurate results, but still there were dashes. So diagnosing it further turned up something rather interesting. One thing that I did was I switched to an actual handgun. You'll recognize this as a Beretta 92. And with this, what I did was put in a laser light training cartridge. Again, the only thing that this does is this simply does what? Issues a laser. And it also gives the individual the opportunity to work with something that has got a double action trigger. Now, I realize that some people are going to say, well, Matt, that's pretty close because that's only about 3.5 yards away from you. True, but in a self-defense situation, a lot of things can happen at that distance, even closer. But by the same token, we're just talking fundamentals here. This person really liked the trigger on the Beretta. They especially enjoyed the single action aspects of the trigger and how light it was. But even at that, what I was seeing was still more and more of that right there, where you had a dash going on. And it's like, wow, that's definitely curious. Wonder what's going on. And then it dawned on me, it's like a lot of wobble here, but this is a very strong individual, good muscle tone, young person, don't see any, issues with essential tremor, nothing like that. So went to this, which is a Glock 19. The only difference with this Glock 19, look at the sights. Now these happen to be the Trijicon HDXR's very, very visible front sight. So put this in the hand, and the person was familiar with it because, why? We were working with a cert, and so had them just go ahead and just kept repeating. And what I began seeing was what you're seeing right there, which are dots, not dashes. And they were pretty much all in the same place. Even though the person really liked the trigger on the Beretta 92 a lot better, so what does that say? What that told me was it was the sights. For that particular person, for that individual, picking up that front sight was critical. Now on the cert, essentially we have what appears to be a standard Glock type of a sight. The only difference is I put a dot of whiteout here to pick the sight up just a little bit better. But what's the commonality with the Beretta 92? 3-dot white sights. What is the difference then with this Glock 19? Well, the Trijicon sights, you would say, obviously. But with this particular sight, this is highly visible, and this has got a little bit wider picture to it. So it's easier to get the sight alignment of equal height, equal light. And the person could just simply utilize the Glock with these particular sights way easier. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm on that little 1-inch display down there. But they could do that quite easily. Let's clear the display while we're at this. So it was all about the sights, which means not everybody is built the same. Not everybody's eyesight is the same. Even had the individual transition to their left hand because they're a natural righty. And so here I just transitioned to my right. So there you have it. And they did actually just fine. So people are built differently, which goes to show you, match them up with the right sights, with the right hardware, and you're going to set them up for success when they get to the range. So the more that somebody can try something out, the better off they are. And it saves them money in the long run, because even though the person really, really liked the feel of the Beretta, on this Beretta 92 FS, can we really do anything about the sights on here? Well, aside from sending it to a gun shop and having them drill out the front sight, put something in like, a light pipe, i.e. fiber optic, or if they could do a Trijicon type of an insert, There's not a whole lot of options because on the Beretta 92FS, of course, this is a fixed blade sight. So that just didn't work for him. But the sights on this Glock actually did. Made all the difference in the world, build up their confidence level, and there you have it. So it's the little things that matter. However, the fundamentals of accuracy never change. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you for food for thought. And as always, pleasure to be back with you. It's good to see each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. And of course, everybody, have a good one. And what else? Be safe out there.